I think I'm going to see Vimy like I did when I was 13. I think those childhood eyes are still going to be there.
John Newell is going on a journey back in time. The World War II veteran looks over memorabilia from 1936, when as a teenager, he and his family made the pilgrimage to France for a dedication ceremony for the Battle of Vimy Ridge.
Vimy has always more or less been on my mind all these years. It's very seldom that I don't think about it.
The Battle of Vimy Ridge was a turning point for Canada. Canadian troops earned a reputation as formidable and effective as a result of their success. But it was a victory with a high price. More than 10,000 Canadians were killed and wounded.
If you don't know history, you don't know how to avoid mistakes.
But these grade 11 students from St. Mark High School have studied the history of Vimy Ridge before they too go to France. They each researched a soldier who fought in the war.
He was really young when he died, so it was just really emotional that knowing that he was 19.
Freedom isn't free. There's a huge price to pay so that you can be able to live in a free and democratic society.
These kids, boy, they know everything about Vimy right now, you know. They've studied, they've done everything. And I doubt if you could stump them on a question about Vimy.
The students will keep a journal of their trip and present it to local veterans when they come home. In Ottawa, Annette Gerner, 8 Channel News.
CTV News with Timothy Walker.
Good evening. Ceremonies are already underway to thank those who paid for peace with their lives. As younger generations develop a better understanding of the cost of war, more Canadians are stopping to reflect and say thank you on Remembrance Day.
John Wilson.
Well, the country will officially be saluting war veterans tomorrow. The West Ottawa community of Nepean honored more than 100 of its veterans with poppy plaques.
We wanted a way to recognize the veterans in our community. This is something that nobody had done before. We thought it would be appropriate. And besides just recognizing the vets, it would bring out the history of the vets in our communities so that people driving by will see this plaque on a door and know that a veteran lives there.
Organizers hope other communities embrace this unique initiative. CTV's Catherine Latham now on 2 Canadians remembering one of this country's greatest moments.
April 1917, a time Canada will never forget. The Battle of Vimy Ridge, a victory for Canada, also a tremendous loss. Nearly 3,600 Canadians were killed.
I have the exact...
She can share those memories with John Newell. Like Murphy, he was in Vimy in 1936. Also a World War II veteran, he returned in April for the battle's 90th anniversary.
It was living my childhood over again. The old monument was exactly where I left it 71 years ago.
Now 90 years later, the freedom remains. Both Murphy and Newell are grateful.
So many Canadians lost their lives. It was the birth of Canada as far as the world was concerned.
If you don't know history, you don't know what lies in the future and how to overcome the problems in the future.
Catherine Latham, CTV News.